I left Tarrant County, went to San Diego in 1969. Was in boot camp San Diego. Went from boot camp straight to the ship along Opo City, Subic Bay, and stayed aboard ship till '73. Participated in 3 full cruises, which each cruise lasted 9-10 months, and 2 partial cruises. We got lots of combat pay. We were not foot soldiers, but we was on an LSD, which was a landing ship dock, which hauled Marines and all their equipment, tanks, LCMs, and it was a lot of Marines, a lot of Navy. Ship was about 500 feet long. We had a crew of about 300, 25, 30 officers, I guess. And my granddad was in the Navy, my dad was in the Navy, and I was in the Navy, and my brother was in the Navy. So we're a Navy family. And like I say, we just hauled Marines in and out. We were in and out of Vietnam all the time, up and down the coast at night, always ready. I went aboard ship, was in deck force for about a year, and realized that was not the place to stay. So I was doing a little rodeo in Camp Pendleton when we'd come stateside, and the guy in the personnel office asked me if I could type, and I told him I could. So that led to being a yeoman 3rd class. So that worked out pretty good. But
let me go back and ask you some things, Johnny.
Yeah.
You left Tarrant County and went to San Diego. You were born in San Diego.
I was born in San Diego, but I grew up in Fort Worth.
How'd you get to Fort Worth? How'd you get to live here?
My dad raised me. My grandparents raised me in Fort Worth.
And your granddad had retired here?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. You went to boot camp in San Diego. How long was your boot camp?
9 weeks.
9 weeks. Teach you to march?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anything else they taught you?
They wanted to break you. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted to separate the ones that couldn't stay for the ones that would stay.
When somebody yelled jump?
Of course, it was a lot different back then.
Somebody yelled jump, you yelled how high?
How far and how high.
Yes,
exactly.
Sir. Okay. You didn't go to an A school,
no.
or they just took you right out of boot camp, put you on, I guess, an airplane?
Put me on a C-131, I believe, cargo plane, and we all went to
the Philippines.
Guam, or I can't remember if it was Guam or Wake, and then from there to Clark Air Force Base, and then Clark was about a 2 or 3 hour jeepney ride to Subic.
Jeepney. Now there's a term. What is a jeepney?
Just old World War II Jeeps that have been fixed up is what they are. They use them for taxis.
So when the U.S. Navy brought you from Clark back down to Manila or Subic Bay, they brought you in a civilian, in a Philippine civilian vehicle, a Philippine taxi.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. What does taxi look like? You said they were old Jeeps that were reworked, but
they're Jeeps that have been extended so people can crawl up in the back. You know.
What kind of paint they have on them, Johnny? That's
just every kind of paint you wanted. They were just very decorative. Very
psychedelic?
Yeah, with beads hanging off of them, and they charge you about 2 pesos to go anywhere in town. Dragons
on them?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
What do you think about the way they drove in the Philippines?
Whew, that was, they're pretty good drivers. Not to be hitting each other the way they drive and honk. But, yeah, that was an experience too, coming from Mansfield, not being out of town that much, and wind up in Subic Bay in the Philippines. It was like a circus, you know. It was different.